What's up and welcome back to Make It Monday. Alright, so today I'm going to show you how I designed the clipping points that we use for the drift track. So basically a clipping point is just like for me, the way I design it is just like an arm that goes up and across, and then it holds 3 streamers, so when the RC drift cars go by, they can hit one of those 3 streamers or all of them, and you can just see how close you got to the wall basically. So I decided I wanted to design a stand for it to hold the streamers, so that's what I've done here. I've printed out a couple of them already and they work really well, and I'm going to show you the most intricate one that I designed, so the part that actually holds the streamers, because it's got fillets around the curved parts and everything, and it's recessed on both sides, and it has to be inset, or it has to be sized where it'll slide inside the other part. So anyway, we'll show you over here what I'm talking about. So here we go. So here we've got it. You can see how it's designed. So basically this part here slots into another part, and then the streamers are hung from basically key rings from there. So I'll break this down to how I designed it so you guys can see what we're talking about. So we'll take it back to the first step. We'll try to go through this somewhat quick, but so first step obviously was just drawing the square or the rectangle, and then you have to extrude it how tall you want it. So for me, I wanted it 20 mil, I believe it was, and we can see that by just hitting edit. Then yeah, 20 mil is how far we extruded it. Alright, and then after we done that, we had to draw the end, which was here, and this is the part that we wanted to come out. So get over here. So we needed this part to extrude out towards us, so that way that would be the part that went into the other part, and that's it there. So that was a part that we extruded. We told it how far to come out again. Then we're on to cutting the circles in the side, and then for this I think I used, I think it was 20. How would just look? Alright, so edit, yeah. So 20 mil circles is what we used here, and then they were 20, 50, and 80 away from the edge. So every 30 mils basically once it started. 20, 30 mils out, then 30 mils out again. And then stop sketch, and then we extruded those in, so they're recessed here, and then we drew on the other side, I believe. No, what do we draw here? There we go. So that's the other side. So we matched them on the other side and extruded those, and these I did one at a time. I could have done all 3, but for some reason I didn't. So that's all 3 of them done there. And then we need to do the center circles, which would be these here, and then extruded those through, and again we done 3 of those. Bam. Now let's get this at a better angle here, so you can start seeing the fillets, and this is where you just smooth the edges. So like here, it's now got like a 1 mil fillet, so it's smooth around the outside. And then we filleted the rest of it. There you go. And you can see how it's smooth here now. And then 2 more fillets, bam, bam, and then I've done the middle part. So that's it. It took some time, obviously, but it's easy to show. Go to home, then there you got it. Yeah, so that's what it looked like in the end. We printed it so it was flat this way, so, and then we just put some supports and a raft on there, so that way it just made it smooth. It gave it a good surface to bond to, and then obviously, like I said, there had to be supports here because it was off the thing 2.5. I think it was 2.5. Easy way to find out. We go back to that step, click edit. Yep, so 2.5 mil from the edge. The extrusion was 15 mil by 15 mil, and again 2.5 mil from the corner, so it basically centered at it, because it's 20 inches. Sorry, it's 20 mil from here to here, so with 2.5 mil either side, that puts it right in the middle for 15 mil in the middle, and then 5 mil divided between the two is 2.5. So anyway, so there you go, 2.5 mil this way, then 15 mil, and then 2.5 again equals 20, which was the total size here. But anyway, let's get to the good part where we actually print it. So to print this, move this back to this thing. Stop sketch. Alright, so to print this, we just have to right click this and hit save as STL, which we've already done, and then go find it, which would be under AOA. And then we got the clipping support, clipping stand. Where's that? Clipping point holder. That's the one. And that'll bring this up in simplified 3D because that's my default. And get rid of the other thing that I'm not using there. And then again, what we did here was we went 20, that's right, but we used raft and generate support. Click OK on that. And then actually we need to flip this so we can run this 180. Then Control T drops it on the bed, and then we should be good to go. We hit prepare to print, and it'll show us our raft and everything there. Let me go ahead and make that bigger. Alright, now the only problem I struggle with is going between this and Fusion. Is it's got different like zoom features and stuff like that, so if you click it and drag it, it does different things, so it's kind of confusing. But anyway, so I think, yeah, there we go. So if we bring this closer, get up here, then you can see it, the breakdown when it prints as it builds the raft and then comes up, bam. And actually on the one that I did, I used honeycomb infill, so we can fix that really quick. Hit edit process, infill, and not grid, we use fast honeycomb. So okay, now prepare to print, and now you'll see the honeycomb infill. And then this, you can see that's support, because remember that part's like 2.5 mils off of the rest of it. So and boom, it just prints up and you got it. Simple. 2 hours 25 minutes. It always takes a little bit longer than that. And then it says it's going to use 28.37 grams of filament. So, and that's basically a cost of $1.31 or £1.31, I guess it would be. And then you hit exit, or you hit save to tool paths, and then you print it. So here goes the print. So yeah, like I said, I've already printed this, and I've got it with the rest of the drift stuff, so unfortunately I don't have it with me. But you can see here and from the video, and I'll put a picture up, what it looked like when we were all done. So there you go. Well, if you got any questions or comments, please post below. Fusion 360, I'm still learning. I got a lot to learn on it, but it's coming along. I watched a lot of YouTube tutorials. I think it's Lars Christensen. I'll put a link below, but he helped me out a lot. He didn't know that, obviously, but I'd go on his channel and watch one of his tutorials and just follow along and do the steps with him on my Fusion 360 as I watched him, and I learned loads from that. So I'm really enjoying it, so we'll keep on with this, and if we don't see you on the track, we'll see you on the trail. Later.